Morning, Piggy.
Morning. I'll try to speak up a little bit. We're not using the external mic, even though I've had it on a charger. It's charged up good, it's not charged. So it might have done a bit of the dust.
Possible.
So we'll look into getting us some better mics. And do all that. Display on the car kept telling me my key fob was low on battery at 0%. I needed to change the battery in it. I didn't know how. I do now.
He figured it out.
I figured it out and put a new battery in it, and now it'll open the doors up like it's supposed to. It's getting where it didn't. So
Yeah, Piggy kept me locked out every morning.
yeah. And so we've got that fixed. And done. It's ready to go. It's doing good now. I got up early from my nap yesterday. Thought, well, let's see. So I went outside the carport, and I got the brake line hooked up to the flex hose. The brake flex hose that goes to the caliper. And there is a trick to it. I had that flex hose on there, the bracket all tightened up, ready to put that brake line in. And, well, I had to take it off to be able to get the brake line started into that little square box that it goes into for the flex hose. Got it started a little bit, and then I put the bracket back on just a little bit. I didn't tighten it up, just enough to get it started and set in place, and then tighten up that flare nut on that brake line a little more, tighten up the bracket a little more, and then tighten up the flare nut a little more, and I tightened up the brake bracket all the way, and I was able to finish putting the flare nut in it and get it tightened up snug. Put that Loctite type of stuff on it, everything. So that part is finally done. Now all I gotta do is make sure the new rotor is clean, put it on, and put it all back together. I gotta make sure I got my washers, all that. Look for them, see if they're in that bucket. I know where two of them are on the board sitting outside of that. I've not seen the others, so I'm thinking they might be in that bucket. I got stuff soaking in WD-40, but if not, we'll have to go get some washers. But I will get that side done. Once that side is done, when I go to do the other side, I won't have to wait on none of that, because I'll have a tool to take the brake line loose and put it back together, so I won't have to be waiting on that.
That's right.
So when I go to take that apart, I'll take it apart. But what I'm going to do too on that side is I'm going to jack it up a bit higher than what I did the side I'm working on, and make it a little easier for me to duck my head up under there. So I'm in kind of a conundrum as it is. I'm short. I got short legs and short arms. So for me to do something, I have to crawl up in there with it. I ain't like some of these tall fellers that got them big old long arms. They can just kind of look at it, reach right on in there and have at it. No, it don't work like that for me. a short man with short arms and short legs. So I had to get scrunched down, crawl up underneath that wheel well, and try to work with it. So, on the passenger side, when I do it, I'm going to jack that thing up higher, as high as I possibly can, where it'd be a little bit easier for me to get up in there. I'm short and I'm fat, and I got a big old gut, and it gets in the way. You know, and I had to get close because of them short arms. So, looked kind of like a T-Rex trying to reach in there. Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't say that.
It looked kind of like this.
I was doing the T-Rex arm. And Piggy doing it now, yeah.
Yeah. Sort of what it's like. And on top of that, it being a minivan, it's like a small truck. It's just a van. You know, it's just lower to the ground, so that adds to it.
Yep.
Yeah, so y'all probably laugh y'all's tails off trying to watching me try to get up in there working on that. So there ain't no getting a camera in there for you. But anyway, that part is finally done. I quit talking about it. Quit talking about doing it. I finally got out there and did it.
I'd say it.
So,
and it's also now a little bit cooler to where you can get out there and work without you burning up all the time.
Well, that really wasn't a factor. I hate the cold worse than I do the heat.
Yeah, I know that.
But, of course, I've only just now pulled out my flannel jacket. It's finally cool enough to warrant wearing the thing.
Yeah, we left out this morning 47 degrees.
Yeah. So, which is really good because usually by the time it hits 65 on average, I'm already bundled up.
You'd think Piggy lived in Alaska during the worst of the winter. Yeah.
We ain't going there. There might be some great places above the Mason-Dixon, but if it's above the Mason-Dixon, I ain't gonna want to live there.
If it's above the Mason-Dixon, it means it's cold.
Gets too cold and lasts for too long.
I'm saying.
You know, but the thing is I'm finally starting to get some cold tolerance back. After what, 35, 40 years being out the Marine Corps?
About 36.
About 35, 36.
Yeah.
I got out in January of '88. Came home. In wintertime, it just had snowed. They just had cleared the roads from the snow. I froze.
Yeah.
I was cold.
I can't say nothing. I do that now.
I've begun my long journey back towards getting a cold tolerance. And this last year or so, I finally started getting it back. I was kind of shocked that, you know, it's hitting down towards mid-50s and I'm still wearing shorts and t-shirt. When normally I'm wearing sweatpants, t-shirt, sometimes a sweatshirt, and then a jacket.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's usually when it hits about 65.
Yeah.
But here I am now hitting 50 degrees.
Well, it says it's 47 now. Y'all, it's dropped from 51 to 46.
Well, we're getting further out from the city and amongst all the trees.
Yeah.
So it'll be colder.
Dropped 5 degrees just in about 3 minutes.
But anywho, 30 plus years and I'm finally starting to get some cold tolerance back. It's took a while. But that's all right. I'll take it. But now the heat really didn't have anything on that. Is trying to get the energy up, the gumption up, parts and tools and stuff up, and all like that, and bracing myself for what I'd have to endure for a while after I do something. That's the most of it. That, and I hate mechanic work. I have my reasons, some of y'all know. Now I know you probably ain't gonna be watching or listening to this video, but I had to address somebody in a live last night.
Yeah.
Before.
That's night because you told me about it.
But they're still using the shortened nickname version of my real name and then putting my channel name. I had to tell them last night, stop using that, please. I've talked about it, but you obviously don't know that because you've obviously not watched my videos to have heard me talk about it. But if you have, continuing to do like that is total disrespect. I'm going to wind up blocking you. Because if you watch my stuff and you have heard me talk about it, then doing what you do is nothing but pure disrespect. And I'll just block you. I want to like you, but I've mentioned it in videos, I've addressed it in the chat, and you still do it. So, after last night's live chat, whichever chat it was I was in, if you still do it after that, you're getting blocked. Because I'm not going to tolerate the disrespect. So, you know who you are. You know who I'm talking to. Keep it up. You're going to get blocked. If I have you on Facebook, which I don't think I do, you'll be taken off of there and blocked. And you'll cause me to have to block your better half too, to keep you from coming at me from that angle. So, continue to be disrespectful. I've just told you the cost. So, you decide. And just to be honest, to do that just because you can, that's 6th, 7th grade type of crap. You're acting like a junior high kid by continuing the disrespect. So, there you go. Anyway, got out there, got that done. And I'm going to get me some more of that Loctite stuff, get me some brake clean. And make sure I got the washers and clean up my bracket. Once I do all that, then I'll put that side back together and then I'll get ready to start on the other side. And where we at?
it's right at 15 minutes.
15 minutes.
Mhm.
Well, I've said pretty much what I wanted to say. Give y'all an update on that. Key fob fixed. Brake line on the driver's side finally put back together. That's pretty much it. Piggy loves you.